Okay, so today we're going to talk about the Marquee tool, Marquee tools up here, the different kinds that you have and what they do. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is unlock our layer. So I'm going to click OK. These allow us to make a particular selection that either we want to delete or fill. So I'm going to, if I were to draw a square and I want to fill it, let's say I'm going to grab my paint bucket tool, which is behind my gradient tool here, and I want to fill it with yellow. Let's say I want to move this later. If I move it, it actually takes part of my background out, so we don't want to do that. To undo, Command Z. To keep going back, Command Alt and keep tapping Z. So I'm going to put that box on its own layer. So this button way down here on the layer menu, beside the trash can, if you hover over top of it, it says create a new layer. If you forget what the tools are, if you just hover over top of it, it will tell you. So I'm going to click create a new layer and you'll see a new layer pop up here. I'm actually going to use the elliptical marquee tool for this example. So I'm going to draw a circle and I want to fill it with the exact yellow that matches the minion. So I'm going to click the yellow, I'm going to grab my paint bucket tool and I'm going to fill it. So now, because it's on its own layer, it doesn't matter where I move it. It won't screw with the picture underneath it. Now, because I drew that circle off the canvas, that's why we've got flat edges here. So if you want the full circle, you need to make sure you draw it on the whole thing first, but I only want half of it anyways. So I'm going to just turn my selection off. So a reminder how to turn your selection off, select, deselect, or Command D. And I'm going to turn my show transform controls off. So now I have this cool little circle here. I'm going to actually duplicate the layer. I'm going to show you what I'm doing here in 1 second. So now I have two circles, and I'm going to fill this circle with white. And I'm going to put it on top of the circle. So now that allows me to have cool looking swooshes. And I'm going to turn show transform controls on and I can adjust what that looks like. Okay. So now experiment using the elliptical and marquee tools.